The Salem-Keizer School District will no longer have school resource officers or SROs on campus after hearing feedback from those directly impacted students. The district's contract with the school resource officers expired over the summer, and on Tuesday, the superintendent decided not to renew it for the new school year. Fox 12's Drew Marine spoke with a student who pushed for this decision and has also comments from the superintendent. Drew?
Right. This decision comes after a months-long conversations about the presence of SROs on campus. Ultimately, the superintendent says this is the first step in finding a solution that feels safe to all students.
I've decided not to renew the SRO contract.
A big decision Tuesday from the Salem-Keizer Superintendent Christy Perry after their contract with school resource officers expired June 2020. A student task force was created months ago to discuss the ways in which SROs were beneficial or harmful on campus and present their recommendation to the school board.
There was so much more that SROs could be doing relationship-wise with students. We realized that the SROs were super busy, so they didn't have that connection time, how the school district wanted them to have that connection time.
Lynette Mabinton, a senior at McKay High School, was one of those students.
Our recommendation was there's definitely a flaw. We need to improve that. We think we should have them, and if we were going to have them, then a lot of things needs to be fixed. If they were to leave, then just to build a safe system.
While Perry says some appreciated their presence on campus.
For some people, school safety is intertwined with the school resource officers.
I heard from so many parents where my child was being bullied and it was an officer in the school that actually saved their life.
Perry says others, specifically students and parents of color, didn't feel as safe.
I do understand that a lot of our trauma comes from being out of school and police officers handling family members or people around us, and we've seen the treatment. And so I do see when we come to school as a colored person how seeing an officer would make us scared if I never had interactions with police before in a positive way.
Ultimately, Perry says while SROs will no longer be on campuses, they will still have a relationship with law enforcement.
I do believe that a healthy and safe school system requires relationships with law enforcement, particularly to support child abuse investigations, threat assessment, emergency responses, and other key functions.
And this conversation is far from over, as the school district says they'll continue to work with students and parents to figure out a solution to replace the presence of SROs. Live in Salem, Drew Marine, Fox 12 Oregon.